Hi everyone. Um, this is I guess it would be my first day. Well, kind of second day of post-op. I had my surgery yesterday around 11 o'clock. Ooh, pain meds are kicking in. Wow. Anyway, um, so I guess today would be the first day after my surgery. And it's been okay. The pain has definitely been more than before. Um, I'm not training as much today, and I have been moving quite a bit because we had to go do my post op appointment. So that went well. The doctor said everything looks good. Said everything looks like it's healing just fine. Um, my stitches look good. I finally got to actually see what I look like because I had no idea what I looked like. After I had my surgery and I woke up, I was all bandaged up. I have, so like right now, I have this. This is just my bra. It's okay. So I have this like, um, kind of like girdle, but it's got like a Velcro on it. And then this is my little, I think they call them Jackson pumps, something like that. And it actually hasn't been draining me very much today. It drained tons yesterday, but not today very much. And they take it off once I am draining less than 20 cc's per day. So once I get to the day where I'm draining less than 20 cc's, they can take it off. But usually that takes about 2 weeks, is what they told me. Um, so I've been eating like I had a caldo when I first got out. For all of those that don't know what a caldo is, it's like a Mexican soup, but usually it doesn't have like, it's kind of like a soup slash stew. I don't know. Anyway, it's a Mexican soup. Um, and my mom made it for me. Thank God for moms, I swear. So my husband initially thought that he was going to take care of me, and I was like, mm-mm, no, boy. Mm-mm, no. Not that he's horrible or anything, but he just is a guy, and he just doesn't understand like the issues and the pain and like how sensitive we are. So it's a pain. Um, yeah. So I'm staying with my mom for the first week. She's taking care of me, making me good food, making sure that everything's good. She went to the grocery store and we're gonna make a salad for tonight because I had. So in the morning, I woke up super early and I needed to take my meds, so I just had like a half a cup of yogurt with maple syrup. I'm trying to keep my protein intake really high because that's what they suggest. That's what they want you to do so that you can heal quickly. Makes a big difference. And then I had a Herbalife shake because my mom does Herbalife, so I had the Herbalife protein shake. And then after that, I didn't eat anything. We went to my appointment, and then once we came out from there, they wanted some Starbucks, so I drank like one of those, what was it, dragon fruit, like lemonade refreshers. And then I've been drinking a lot of water because you need to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. And when we got here, I wanted some caldo again, but I just wanted the vegetables. Like I didn't want any rice with it. I just wanted the vegetables and some of the meat and the broth because the broth is just so yummy. And broth just is good for you. Like any kind of broth is pretty much good for you. And she put a lot of vegetables in it, so it was nice and like filling, but healthy. And I'm just trying to eat things that are not going to be too heavy so that I don't get constipated, which I think I kind of am. I don't know. I can feel every part of my stomach. Like so yesterday my mom was trying to help me lay down and she tried picking up my feet and I like laid back and the pillows were too far away from me. So I actually made a lot of force with like the top part of my stomach. And I shouldn't have, but things happen. So I was like, Mom, give me your hand. And she was like trying to give me her hand quickly, but she couldn't. Um, anyway, as far as I know, nothing, like, I didn't hear anything pop, I didn't hear anything bad happen, but I am just really worried that I injured something, because the top part of my stomach was hurting so much. And it has been hurting. And so, fingers crossed that, if I relax and everything, it will just go away. Also, the sides, because the incisions go all the way from like one part of your hip to the other, um, that those stitches in that area, oh, oh my, you can feel those. You can definitely feel those. I mean, obviously, it depends when you take your pain meds and stuff. And I went from taking one pain medication every 6 hours to just being like, I'm gonna take two, maybe every 4 hours, because it's getting painful. Like, the more I move around, obviously, the more painful that it's getting. But they suggested to move around, not a lot, you should move slowly. Um, I'm basically walking like a grandma because that is just how you can get around. Standing up straight feels really weird because it just pulls on everything, and they don't suggest for you to stand up straight, the first week or so. Um, but then that just really hurts your lower back, especially if you're tall. Mother of Christ, like, it's been hurting my back so bad just because I'm like hunched over. Um, it just doesn't feel good. And then for the first week, you have to sleep with your legs elevated, like at a 45-degree angle, and your back also elevated, so that you have that like crunch position, so that you don't pull your muscles at all. Thankfully, it's only 1 week, and then after my 1 week post-op, um, they said that I can sleep with my feet up, but like laying flat down, but my feet up. Um, and I'm kind of suffering with that because I am a stomach sleeper. Like, I sleep like in the rock climbing position, so like my hands under, like one hand under the pillow, or usually both hands under the pillow, and like kind of my leg up. And really hard to like just stay in one position. But the pain meds help because they kind of numb you up. And there's a pill called, what is it called? I think it's gabapentin. And that's supposed to be for like nerves, for nerve pain. That's a good one because you get some pain. Um, so the pain has been a little worse today, but not like something that I can't tolerate for some time. As long as you stay on top of your meds, you should be good. What else? Go in peace fine. It's just number two because you can feel it. You can just feel everything in there. You can feel, when you go poo, you use those stomach muscles to like push it out. Well, you're trying to use the stomach muscles, but everything in there is like so tight. And I feel like I'm going to blow something up if I do, And I have been taking Colace because you're supposed to be taking stool softeners. So I've been taking it. I'm like scared that, I don't know, something bad's going to happen. So I think it's part of me being scared that's also not really allowing me to like relax enough to go to the bathroom. Who knows? Hopefully I go to the bathroom sometime soon. Which actually, I just remembered I should call my mom. She went to the grocery store. Some prunes would probably help. I mean, give it a try. My doctor did also give me probiotics because you have to take antibiotics while you're healing just to make sure everything in your body's healing correctly and there's no infections. But that messes with your gut flora a lot. So I think they're called Florestal. I believe that's what they're called, Florestal. So he gave me those to take, and I haven't started them yet because I just have so many pills that I'm like, oh my god, when in the world am I going to take those? So I'll start taking them sometime soon. I think once the pain meds are least needed, I can do that. However, like the pain medication, like on the paper that I have, they're like, try to stop the pain medication as soon as you possibly can, like anywhere from 1 to 3 days. I'm like, okay, no, like 1 to 3 days. But I'm no. This is the first day, so maybe in the next 2 days I'll be fine. Whatever. But I'm like, that is a very short amount of time. Like, Y'all open me up. I got a gash from hip to hip. How do y'all think that I'm just gonna stop taking pain meds in 1 to 3 days? I get it if I had a different procedure, like if I had a breast lift. Okay, maybe. You know, when I was when I got out of um, surgery and I was, you know, waking up in the recovery room, there was this girl that was like next to me with her husband, and they asked her like, "What's your level of pain?" And she's like, "0." And I'm like, "The hell?" Because my level of pain was starting to get there. Like, I don't know how long I had been sleeping for. Like, I don't know how long I had been in recovery. Um, but whatever pain meds I took before I went into the surgery, plus whatever they give me, was definitely wearing off. And they wanted me to eat something first before they would give me the pain medication. But I just was not hungry, and I was so tired from the anesthesia, and I just wanted to sleep. And they're like, if the quicker you eat this, like the more that you eat, then we can give you the medication, because we just have to make sure that you're not nauseous and you're not going to throw up, and all of that. And I was like, okay. So anyway, it took me a while to finally be able to take the medication, which by that point I was almost crying because I was in pain. And then the girl that was next to me was just like, "Oh, I'm fine. Like, we're ready to go. Like, we can just go." And I was like, "What the hell?" And then they were like, "Well, how are your breasts feeling?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. So apparently, when you get your boobs done, it doesn't hurt very much." Um, but then the woman after that, because literally it was like, she was like, "Oh no, we're good to go. Like, I don't feel anything. I'm totally fine. Like, I don't have any pain. I'll take a pain med on the way." Boom, boom, got out of the room, was totally good to go. They left, and like, I don't know, 5 minutes later, somebody else was in the room. I don't know if it was that room or the room on the other side, but she must have had the same surgery that I had, the tummy tuck and lipo, because she was like, "I feel like I can't breathe." And I was like, maybe you had the same thing. Um, but she was also in pain. So I'm like, okay, so it must be that like breast procedures don't hurt as much as other procedures. And I'm guessing it's just because, it's not, I mean, you don't really use your boobs for anything, but you use your abs for like absolutely everything. To sit up, to stand up, to pull yourself, like to pull something open, you partially use your abs, because your abs are to like they stabilize you. So you use them for everything. So I'm like, holy cow. Like, I can't believe that people get multiple things done at the same time. Like, how the hell do you live for that time? I guess I'm pain meds, but anyway. So we're going to have a salad tonight for dinner because I need my greens. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. So far, the pain meds have kicked in, so I don't feel as bad as I was feeling earlier. But I still need to go to the bathroom and have not. So I'm hoping I'll be able to soon, and then I can give you some more updates. I will try to add I will add a picture of what my tummy looks like now, a day after the procedure, because it's the first time that I saw how it looked also. And there was like the one thing that I didn't really like about my procedure was actually that at the beginning, my doctor came in and did all the markings on my belly and all of that, and there was no mirror in the room. And I thought that was strange, because I feel like, wouldn't you want your what would it be, client, customer, I'm not sure, wouldn't you want the person that you're going to do this procedure to see like what you're going to be doing, so that they kind of have an idea of like what's going to happen, like what's going to be taken out and all of that. um but he didn't have a mirror there, and I just thought that was weird. I wish I could have seen it before the procedure happened, so I could have kind of had an idea of like what he was cutting out, what places he was going to do lipo in, and all that stuff. um my husband got to see it, but I didn't. And I guess I could have you know, he could have taken a picture or whatever, but it was also like a completely nude picture. Um, and another thing, I was expecting him to do the writing on me and all that stuff. I had told my husband that that would happen, um, but I thought that that would happen like in the first like consultation and stuff. I didn't really like remind him about it again. And so when it happened, it was a really awkward moment because he was just like, "Okay, pull up your hospital gown like as high as you can." And I was like, "Okay." And it's like I'm standing there naked in front of this guy who's just like touching all these parts, and my husband's like on the other end, and he's just like down on his phone, just clicking away. And I was like, "That's so awkward." Like, it must be awkward to your husband to be there and like see another man kind of fondling you, not in a bad way, obviously, like, you know, but just the thought of like another man touching your wife. Because I mean, like if somebody else was touching my husband, I'd be like, ugh, like, no, no, that's my husband, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Just in case you have a spouse that is very jealous, you might want to let them know, like, hey, if I get this procedure, this is going to happen, and you need to be okay with it because it's a doctor. He's doing it professionally. It's not because he wants to. Um, he's not doing this profession just to go touch me, you know. Um, so that's something to think about. If you want your husband in the room or not when that happens, or if you think that it'd be better for him to be out. Right. Well, I'll update you on how I'm feeling later on or tomorrow. Um, and then we'll probably do a weekly or a week post op and go from there. See ya.